Right.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Let me pull up.
It's just a
chat
hand
thingy.
in the bush. In the bush. In the bush.
In the bush. In the bush.
Cue random wailing. There we are.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Down. Alright.
Oh, I still can't find it. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
It is under the phone, yes, yes.
What's up, Dale?
So dumb. Don't know why it doesn't work.
Ha! Well, hi everybody! Or, I should say, there's people filtering through.
Yeah.
So we are going to get properly acquainted before we
Sound test.
start this off proper. But yeah, this is a Patreon request. Do we know who this patron request is
think
from?
so.
Hey,
Yeah, this was SK. Yeah.
SK! He was actually been a long-time supporter of the channel, supremely appreciated.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I guess I will not go Sparky as much from the first season of South Park, and will do my best.
But yeah, anyway, guys. Yeah, this is the live commentary for John Dies at the End.
Don Coscarelli, one of my favorite directors. I mean, obviously, the first 4 Phantasm films, Beastmaster, Bubba Hotep. I mean, this is a guy.
He did Bubba Hotep?
He did Bubba
No
Hotep
shit.
as well. Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
My dude, man.
I love
yeah,
that movie.
Yeah. I did not like the 5th Phantasm, but since he didn't direct it, he is exonerated in my estimation. And then he also did this, which is, I think it's based on the first in a series of books, if I recall correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
Both of us have seen this previously,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep. I've seen this a couple times, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but first time, doing the commentary throughout. We have a previous review that Cecil and myself, if I'm not mistaken, did. So, yeah, I mean, Robert and I will obviously give some thoughts at the hereafter, but for now, I'm down to get reacquainted with this film. It's got an actor who, boy, we just saw him recently in Scare Package. He was in Beyond the Gates. He also did a few other...
Chase Williamson, I believe his name is.
Okay, yeah. He was in another movie that... Dude, well, Cecil's off camera, so I'm looking at him over there, but it was this film about this guy who worked at, like, an arcade repair shop of sorts, and, oh, God,
Antiviral?
No,
No.
not antiviral. We saw it at the festival, like,
Antivirus?
two
It's
years ago.
Similar to that.
Yeah. Chase, what did you say?
Chase
Robert?
Williamson.
Chase Williams.
I believe that's what his name is.
Sounds like a basketball player. All right, nope, that's the guy. Now this dude is rad status though. Texas guy. He's very interconnected within the low budge horror community.
Because he was also in that Arctic that we reviewed
He was
about a month or so back.
Yes.
We got a super chat if you want to read that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I think this.
Yeah, if you want to hop on that while
might
I
be
look
you.
for the particular film.
For next H Kills update, will you do a video?
Halloween Kills.
Oh, Halloween Kills. That's
If
okay.
it's as big as this update was, sure.
Sure, why not? Yeah. Did you happen to see
Cecil
that?
is off camera at the moment.
I am I'm going
he's
to
doing
remain
big boy
off camera
stuff.
for this one, so.
Yeah, he was in All the Creatures Were Stirring. Sequence Break. Sequence Break
That's
is the
what it
film that I'm thinking of. Yeah, so it was almost like borderline body horror about this dude. He's kind of a loser. He has a breakup. He's working at this arcade repair shop. Meets this girl, falls in love with her. But then there's something about this particular machine where he's like almost like melting into
shit.
it. It's
That sounds cool.
It was on
Alright.
Shudder at one particular point. I'm not sure if it still is, but Sequence Break, it's pretty rad. It's one of my favorites I've seen from that particular dude, who I think is I think he's the lead in this, aside from Paul Giamatti is in
Yeah,
this.
Paul
if I remember
Giamatti,
correctly.
Clancy Brown,
Yes.
also known as the Kurgan.
Yes, also known as the guy who is the best thing to see in Pet Sematary too. So
Yeah.
There you go.
He was literally the best thing about that movie. Also,
aside from Eddie
Mr.
Furlong.
Krabs, if you did not know, from SpongeBob.
Oh, that too. Really?
Yeah, Clancy Brown does Mr. Krabs.
I have never watched SpongeBob.
It was years after this came out. I'm like, I realized like who it was, and then once listening, like hearing the
Live
voice,
chat.
I'm like, how the
Live
fuck did
chat.
I not realize that?
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna just throw this little linky dink out, and we are at the mercy of you starting things up for us there, sir. So
Yeah.
Laird. Okay.
All right.
So I'm just gonna be like, yo, we talking stuff live. Jump on if you want to.
All right. So
Really quick on all them Facebooks, even if I hate the fake book.
So Cecil, have you seen this before?
yes, we did a review on it on the
Okay.
channel.
So Zachary, yes, he has seen this before.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, we do have a review of the movie on the channel, you guys.
Which is
we
why
just
we
haven't
won't be
done
reviewing it
a
this time.
commentary before.
Uh-huh.
Get through these trailers real quick. Get you to the movie.
Goddamn previews.
My God, why must you do this to us? I
Get out of here with all this hosting the
Her
DVD
hair looked
crap.
like ramen noodles.
All right, so we're gonna hit play movie. So hit A whenever you're ready to do it, and just hit A once.
John dies at the
All
end.
right.
You hit it more than once.
All
right.
Dies at.
You just about ready there, good sir?
Very close at the end. Okay. God damn.
Uno momento, folks.
Yes. Briefness. We're not trying to take up too much of your goddamn time. John dies. I just want people to tune in. If we're doing this live as opposed to a pre-recorded, you have to at least throw your feelers out there.
Yeah.
Okay, order. And to quote Bad Religion, come join us. Whoa. Alright. Yeah, this is a very odd melding of sci-fi and horror and just like kind of buddy comedy of sorts and animation and yeah, so okay.
We ready?
Let's do it
All right.
proper.
3.
Don't
We are
disappoint.
at the starting menu right now. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Andale, way. I'm trying to remember if Coscarelli actually does play a character in this. I think, or excuse me, not Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm. I think he plays somebody in this, if I remember correctly.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I cannot remember.
I know.
either.
Oh God, I can't remember his name right now. But you guys did an interview with him for the channel.
Reggie Bannister.
No, he was fish dude in Shape of Water or something.
Oh, Doug Jones.
Doug Jones, yes.
Huh.
Yep, I know he's in this.
Is there a way to up the?
I think we're about next.
Yeah, this is a.
I need a new axe.
I forgot how meta this is. Yeah. Just barbecue, you know. Yeah, this is where the sound levels are not.
That was a poorly made axe. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, if you can't chop a lop around that thing.
But the chunk that came out of that, though.
Sorry guys, I gotta go a little lower on the volume here. It's any speaker here, so.
Correct, Amanda. Same make and model, so it
Right.
induces the same
Yeah,
resentment,
it's
I
gonna
guess.
break in one hit.
Yeah.
Pocket. Now, I do really actually like the concept of this movie. Like, this movie actually sat on my my watch list on Netflix for months, and then finally just randomly threw it on and was thoroughly enjoyed throughout this entire movie.
Yeah, with my love of Coscarelli, it was one that I saw immediately when it came out, just like Bubba Hotep, and so...
See, I jumped on Boba Hotep just because
Bruce Campbell.
I fucking love Bruce Campbell.
Ossie Davis, too, man, is great in that movie. He's the guy who thinks he's JFK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chuck from Grumpy Old Men.
Yes!
Yes. Kinky.
What a sight to behold. I was gonna say that looked like one of the situations where you have to go take a crap and you're worried it's gonna just like pour out of your butt when you
I
get
can't
up.
move.
And so he sat back down. I mean, look at the kind of restaurant he's at.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're definitely having the poop shoots after that.
I must say, Asian, Mexican, Indian, those are definitely the highest probabilities for that sort of expulsion.
They'll clean you out the best.
Indeed.
Dale says he just hears static.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be able to hear the movie. That's the point. We can't play the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, can't play the movie, unfortunately, everybody. That's why
Dale
we
says
asked to,
he just hears.
you know, join us and watch it along if possible. But asked to,
he just hears.
you know, join us and watch it along. Suddenly remembering the importance of his name and everything.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Static from us or static from us?
He just hears.
You know, join us and watch it along. Suddenly remembering the importance of his name and everything.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Static from us or static from us?
He just hears.
You know, join us and watch it along. Suddenly remembering the importance of his name and everything.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Static from us or static from us?
He just hears.
You know, join us and watch it along. Suddenly remembering the importance of his name and everything.
I don't know where that's coming from.
Static from us or static from us?
He just hears.
You know. Should I pause or
No, don't.
no?
I'm trying
Okay.
to fix it. I don't know what's giving us the static. It might be that fucking cord.
Oh boy, Greg B says, what are some good horror movies I should watch besides Chucky, Krueger, Myers, and Jason? Don Coscarelli, the Phantasm films, most notably 1 through 4.
Alright. Alright. No static.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Here we go.
All right, we're saying sounds fine. Cool.
We switched from that microphone to the camera microphone.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
That's what we did.
Great fun. There's Clancy.
Yeah.
I forgot about the silliness of this aspect.
Cool. We got it.
All right. Dale's saying we have it.
We got it. No, we got it.
Okay.
We're up on it.
We're good. All right.
Even when we buried the Korean whore.
Yeah, Fuego, explain briefly why we can't show the movie.
Yeah, so just a little bit of catch up, everybody. We, based on copyright aspects, are not allowed to present either video or audio of this, which is why we give you a start off point for those who are not tuning in live and kind of catch up a little later. Yeah, all that we can do is commentary, discussion, and interaction, and that's about it. So, yeah, sorry to disappoint. It's the way things are. It's the rules of the game, everybody.
Don't you love our pretty faces?
Yes, when we decided we talk as much as possible. It is one thing that is easier if you tune into this after the broadcast because you know exactly to just have your playing ready and,
Yep.
film all set and good to go. It's my boyfriend. And he's still your boyfriend? Yeah, Rose Mather. Very good. Oh, well, they're in. So now we're in some Terry Demore kind of
Yeah,
status
basically,
at this
yeah.
point.
Private detectives going into the cult shit.
Mm-hmm. When he comes, you can see it. Sorry, it's too easy. It's too easy.
Why are you always talking about coming?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Can't find my fucking phone. What else is
The scene coming up with the door handle.
I
Like,
do not remember this
you don't
movie
remember that?
very well at all. I saw it immediately when it came out. I think I saw it in a limited run in theaters, and I have not watched it since the other review that Cecil and I did. So,
Whoa.
it's like, well, the image is interesting. Veer away.
Yeah, it's
veer
like,
away.
I don't want to hear that. Like, I was the goggles on, it's dark as shit.
Yeah, he has goggles. He was. Can you be so sure, sir?
Yes, Ronnie, this is the full film commentary.
Indeed. Speaking my language here. Looks absolutely nothing like as you described, sir.
Dumbass. This part right here is goddamn nightmare fuel for me. Fuck snakes.
Slow turn.
Fuck snakes, alright?
And I've seen John and stuff before too, but I can't remember anything specific in comparison with Chase that I was like rattling off.
Yeah, like I was looking at his IMDb earlier too.
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah, fuck this.
CGI. Hip hip hooray.
No. It's a good way for me to have a hardtack and shit myself at the same time. Like literally
Snakes.
Everything will fail.
Why
this
do
scene
they have to be
right
snakes?
here. It's like, oh shit!
Oh, Lord and Lord, I did not
Dick
remember
handle.
that.
Fuck no, just fucking kick the door down.
Just be comfortable with yourself, man, you know?
How are you gonna open that door though? Yeah, I forgot about this, the meat monster.
And see, this is where I'm just curious about the zaniness of the source material or how much was potentially embellished from, you know, the screenwriter standpoint.
Uh-huh.
Like, sure. Why the hell not?
Get over here!
Just the meat grinder mouth, man.
Yeah. Where'd Cecil go?
John's confidence. He's just like, yeah, man.
What do we got for a
Go, it's
timestamp?
fine.
What is it, just an up directional arrow? Right? Really? I hope so.
I think it's
Nope.
press B?
Okay, yeah, so we're at timestamp 12:24.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were a little over 12 minutes into this film. If you were trying to find it, it actually makes me wonder if like where it might be streaming. If somebody wants to join us mid-film, it's still early enough
It
along.
might still
where,
be on Netflix.
Yeah, this is one I own, so it's on our beloved Tubi.
Is it Tubi? Oh,
yes.
kick-ass.
So
All
this
right.
is free on Tubi, although Tubi with their ads and stuff, that might mess things up a little bit. But yeah, 2012, John dies at the end. Free on Tubi. Tubi.
And honestly, dude, I dig the hell out of that fucking app.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much stuff on there.
Especially lots of older horror, 70s and 80s.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah. Well, not to mention
like,
the westerns.
Dude,
like,
I found older Cronenberg stuff on there. I found like Shivers on there.
Yeah, they got Rabbit on there and
Original
shit.
Rabbit is on there. And for a free app, I mean, come on, guys.
a couple little words and you're done. And that's how much of a badass Clancy Brown is.
Yeah.
Didn't break a sweat.
Yeah, so he's got the whole televangelist thing going down.
I'm not gonna lie, like if someone told me that, I'd be legitimately freaked out. It's like, well, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah. I mean, being flogged with penises.
Yeah.
It's just like, you have my attention, Mr. Long.
Such a terrible band.
3-Armed Sally. No boy.
At this point, I'd rather take Matt Damon singing Scotty Doesn't
I was
Know.
just I'm like, that is the same vibe that this guy
Yep.
is giving me right now. At least that song was funny.
Yeah. Apparently,
It's so punk rock, dude.
apparently his hat smells like lubricant.
Mm.
Okay.
And the extremely stoic, like, nerdcore rocker drummer, which is really funny to me. Like, not a smile, not a scowl, just...
He's just like really concentrating.
Yeah, he's just
like,
like-
I can't screw this gig up. I can't screw it up.
Oh boy.
God, I hate that little bastard.
I was
God,
gonna
his
say.
character is such a fucking douche.
I hate to say that that kind of kid is what epitomized so much revulsion for me at a younger age.
Mhm.
But if you're of that ilk, who am I to talk shit, guy? Oh, thanks, Dale, man. We are, hey, numbers continue to move.
Oh, hell yeah.
A few hundred every week, but, you know, there's others who move a little bit faster. We just continue chug-a-lugging along, trying to maintain. Phantom Limb. Really good.
Phantom leg situation?
Yeah. Yeah, Phantom Limb being a really good Alice in Chains song, by the way. And for all you king heads, yeah, Doom McKee. phantom limb like a mofo. Oh, he actually does kind of play.
Crazy Jamaican.
Like Swan High, you know? I mean... Eh.
Yummy.
And it's gone. That seems like a worthwhile price.
Alright, not to mention there's just beer and kegs sitting over there. You can't go get it your damn self.
Mm-hmm. I take you down to the Lion's Den, man. Aww. That's rough.
Nope, not even
Just
close.
might be. Like Thompson, am I from Jamaica? Intuition, precognition.
So I will say though one thing, like with certain dreams, like that's kind of happened and everything like that. With certain things happen, like and then like you have the thunderclap and everything after.
Yeah. I've had the weird sixth sense in a few instances, you know, over the years where I sensed, you know, nastiness happening with a loved one, where I sensed a breakup, where I sensed like things were just bad at a workplace situation when there had really been no evidence. But yeah, I was sleeping on it because it was like heavy on my heart. It's, you know, I've had my fair share of those, and I do think if there's any sixth sense that is legitimate, that might be it. But I don't know. This is trying to be serious, and it does feel more like self-parody kind of thing.
Later, Dale. Nice chilling with you, man.
Yeah,
See you
thanks
again soon.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I know if you're not watching the movie and it's not playing along, it's a tough one, but we appreciate you, man, and much love from the Hellcat.
Oh, puppers.
Take care. Yeah, I was gonna say his portrayal here of just like puking and uncertainty and, you know, forlornness, it's very much of the sequence break ilk. But
God, clean your mouth.
yes. I do want to give some brief insight about the book, though. What's going on, John? Okay, so it was a comic horror novel. Okay.
So So when did the book come out?
Okay, so this was essentially based on a web serial comic horror novel that was published in segments beginning in 2004 and then edited into a full-on manuscript in 2004. So yeah, there was a 3-year break between when they initially started putting stuff out and when they actually compiled it, printed in paperback in 2007. And yeah, 70,000 people read the free online version, so they had a built-in established, kind of audience, which is cool.
Okay.
Published with additional materials by Thomas Dune Books in 2009. And it was followed by a sequel, This Book is Full of Spiders in 2012, and What the Hell Did I Just Read in 2017, and then Coscarelli's film adaptation in 2012.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, lots of iterations of this particular property.
Oh, yeah.
Call an ambulance. Well, they do describe it as a novel of cosmic horror, at least the third entry that was put out in 2017, which was What the Hell Did I Just Read? So, I mean, that only being less than 3 years old, I would imagine there's still expandability for this particular property and some of the weird psychedelic territory that we will see it veer into in the latter hour or so, because we're about a third into it at this point.
We've already started to get that brief glimpse of one of the creatures and everything just then.
Yeah, laying the groundwork, but it does take its time, as I was trying to kind of carefully put together my words. This is not one of my favorite Coscarellis, and it's one that I appreciate, though. So let us forge forward, continue along. It's because I can. Ain't safe as Hottentot. Yeah.
No shit.
That's their preferred nickname, which amuses me.
Like, no shit, it's not soy sauce.
We are Jacob and Robert Marley. Like what? Secrets in the SWATs.
Jesus Christ.
Make up your mind. Please speak. Is that a call from, like, the future, man? He knows. All the different hyperbole and contradiction of time travel films. It's tough to keep all that stuff afloat.
Yeah.
For everything that's gonna happen. Just to obviously tie back with him being like, yo, I've seen the future. I'll feel bad about it. Once again, everybody, this is on Tubi, streaming for free. And let's just see where we're at in
28 minutes and 44 seconds.
Exactly. So almost 29. If you guys want to boot it up, if you have just jumped into the proceedings and want to follow us along with Don Coscarelli's, John dies at the end. There's our guy. There's Angus Scrim. Hey, kid. I'm not crazy. And if you tell anybody about this, I'll kill you.
Well, if you look in the mirror, you can.
That's right. So this is about the time, from my recollection, that the film starts to veer into just absolute insanity.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Sorry, Durgan. It is quite nice sometimes. Well, thanks, tall man. Thank you for at least giving it to me straight. Dead world. Interesting.
Sure. It's like, I am tripping balls.
And that's the thing, everybody. If you have a particular part that you have seen or have yet to see, throw it out there. You know, give some sort of reference, mention, whatever it may be.
Yes.
We know this is more on the obscure side of things, so, holy lordy. Well, help me out, dog. Come on, man. Yeah, those are like some Star Wars kind of effects. That laughter from whatever said creature. Ah! Go get this goddamn thing off me!
Yeah, right? It's biting my nips off!
There he is!
He's such a badass character actor.
Well, the great thing about Doug Jones is he often doesn't get to perform as himself.
That too, yeah, because he's always usually in makeup from,
Yeah,
you know,
whether
like
it's Ape Sapien to...
Billy Jones or whatever from Hocus Pocus, and then Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tons of other things. Because didn't he also play Ape Sapien? in the Hellboy movie?
Oh yeah, that's what I just
Okay.
said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get to do the voice in the first one.
Yeah.
But he did in the second one, which was pretty dope. Interesting sentiment. I must say, I heard the term scurvy for the first time when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even hear it again for extensive amounts of time. Ah! Yes, it is tried and true, and many people have uttered it quite a few times. Glad he at least got to mush it, man. God damn. So as far as other Coscarelli stuff, Robert, any of the Phantasm? I mean, you said you watched Bubba Hotep.
I've watched Bubba Hotep and everything. I'm not really too familiar with his catalog. Like, unless like
Beastmaster?
I've seen Beastmaster and everything. Like, so I should maybe I should reiterate that. I'm not too familiar with his name
Okay.
and everything. Yeah. More than likely, I'd seen a lot of his work and everything like that.
He is pretty underground and just only celebrated in certain circles. He's not like a Carpenter or a Craven or a Romero or anything like that. He's like very niche in his own regard. Although I must admit, he was very, even though I interviewed pretty much everybody else with that Phantasm franchise at Scarefest back in 2014, he was one of the only ones who was standoffish and said he was going to do an interview and then kind of regaled on it.
I vaguely remember you talking about that.
Yeah, he kind of upset us in that regard after giving us a confirmation. He thought it was going to be an audio interview and so on, but no, Don's work is great. He was the original director of Silver Bullet before he had some creative differences with the studio and he left the project. So.
So I wonder how that would have turned out with him still on there.
Yeah, with somebody like him doing it.
Yeah,
I think significantly better, but
that actually would I like.
It's all theoretical, right?
Honestly, I would really like to see that as a remake for Silver Bullet.
Yeah, that and Christine, I think, are long overdue for remakes at this particular point.
Especially now with the practical makeup and how much better it's gotten. As long as they don't if you do minor CGI with like certain movements and everything like that, yes. But if you keep it predominantly practical, I think Silver Bullet would do very well on a remake.
They still had the awesome, in the original film, transformation scene in the church, which is one of the biggest and most important in the graphic novella.
Yeah, I remember coming across that movie, I think it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night and everything when I was up in New York just as a kid.
And it
was that scene, the church scene, the dream scene that I came across, and it scared the piss out of me.
It's the best in the entire movie. It's really, really well done. That's where they blew their load budget-wise, I would say.
Yeah. It's got you, man.
Yeah, the soy sauce aspect and how that's what basically trips you into this alternate dimension of sorts, right? Yeah.
Good, man.
It's on that soy sauce, man.
No, I definitely agree, Shauna. The CGI touch-up is the best thing to do without just heavy-handing and creating your entire creature in CG.
Yeah, I was trying to wait till the end of this scene, but this is slow, whateverness. Yeah, it deserves to be said that if you have great... It's almost like putting icing on a cake, sort of situation. If you baked something that is like relatively delicious and well constructed and everything, and you just have this little augmentary little flourishes that accentuate
creates your presentation and gives you more of an effective product.
Yeah, I'm gonna do tally. I choose both. Which is very interesting to have that sort of admittance, because cops are always like, no, there's no way. No possibility. So we seem kind of a general consensus, being purported from everybody, of Roland of Gilead, X19X, what a name. My good.
Yeah, so it looks like we're pretty much all on the same page on the CGI for only touch-ups and minor enhancements.
Gotta say, man, I have always liked this Chase actor, even though I've seen him in my fair share of shitty horror movies, like Beyond the Gates. Even though I was really excited to see that one in the throwback aspect and whatnot, it wasn't that good, but he was good in it, man.
Yeah, even always Arctic and everything. Like he was really good in Arctic, despite all the other actors and everything, he was the best.
Yeah, he's a guy that I think is a bit player who could elevate into more big budget Hollywood stuff, and he could be like a supporting character that could be very just, I don't know, supplemental in an enriching variety.
Well, most definitely and everything. Yeah. Even for what we got in Scare Package and everything of him and everything. He stood out
amusing in that final segment.
He stood out very well.
Yeah, in that regard you need to watch Sequence Break. You need to watch Sequence
Break. Okay.
Sequence Break. That's the one Cecil and I saw at the festival a couple of years ago.
Okay, I'll look that up.
I was about to say the lost idea of the feature reporter. Unless you're writing for like a enormous sort of publication. It doesn't exist anymore. Or people just do them themselves and then trying to shop them around. Ruh-roh. Now, can't you understand you can trust people? Now get in my van.
It's a really nice cage you got. Did you buy that at PetSmart?
What's in the box? Yes, we know. Every man dies, not every man truly lives. I'm well aware.
As long as our afterlife isn't like revival, I'm alright. Fuck, man.
In servitude of the mother ant or whatever.
Yeah.
My God. Speaking of weird looking creaturey shit.
Yeah.
Shit! What the chicken?
I love Paul Giamatti.
It's just existing on another level of existence than you were initially but. I told you I was freaking. I told you I was freaking, baby. But you didn't believe me. Yeah. Prying open my third eye. Prying open my third eye.
It's like if he doesn't believe him after that, then I don't know.
I mean, whether convincing as possible.
Yeah. It's like you saw it. It's literally not there, but you saw it.
It's like, what sort of psychedelics did you slip into my drink in the cafe?
Yeah, right.
Why am I seeing strange spider people who want to chew off my nose? Ambulance. Yup. Very intimidating. I thought he was going to say something a little more. It's kind of distinctively in his face.
Fucking weird ass fucking guy right there.
How is that possible? This is me calling from the future.
Yeah, right. This is future me, past me, but present me at the same time.
Or is that? Reality is relative.
I don't like this
man.
game anymore. I want to go home.
It's not gonna go away though. You're past the point of no return, sir. Ah! I was from Soviet Russia,
And then all of a sudden the mustache starts going all crazy. Oh God!
Oh, no!
Get it off me!
he's like, I
Now.
don't want mustache. No, it does not look good on the face. To shave the face, to shave the face. Nice. We actually get some Goryo going down.
Forgot about the whole arm thing.
Although I must admit that arm came off very easily. And now it's doing the Evil Dead 2, thing sort of thing.
Oh yeah, with was it because they did that with Henrietta's head, right, wasn't it? Oh, the hand. Oh, the hand. Yeah.
Ah! Although yes, Henrietta, you're correct in that as well. Yeah, but all the streaming service drops. It's coming from 100.7 KSLX here in Phoenix when I'm listening.
Next comments.
Yeah, that's crickets, man. We do not have a lot, which is fine. It's fine.
hopefully people are paying attention then to the movie.
But we still have like 10,
13 people,
yeah, something like that. I would imagine this is one that a lot of people haven't seen, in all honesty.
No, wait, say that again?
What's that?
Say it again?
No, I was thinking that this is probably one that a lot of people have not seen.
It's possible.
It is one of the lesser known, not just of the last decade as far as independent horror goes, but especially with Coscarelli's catalog, where everybody immediately goes to Bubba Hotep, Phantasm Beastmaster, and Survival Quest is another one that's really good. That's very, very low budget in that regard. But I think this is the last movie he directed too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, shit.
Just to toss out that little bit of info. The broad phone is just...
Yeah, it's like, I was thinking, it's like, at what point, like, do you really not, like, I would be questioning my sanity so fucking hard if I'm talking to a damn hot dog.
Obviously. Yeah, last movie that Coscarelli directed way back in 2012. So this is 8 years old. He produced and was the co-writer of Phantasm Ravager, which is the fifth in that particular franchise, which I was not a fan of. Yeah, and this came out in January. So this is actually January of 2013. So yeah, it's about 7 years old as far as the
main, $1 million budget, less
main
than
release. Less than $1 million, although unfortunately a box office was not even 150,000.
Yes,
so
it definitely didn't make back its budget.
Yeah, it was in a limited release, but it did get some VOD and home DVD release love. So, fingers firmly crossed it at least did good once it finally came out. But
yeah,
I guess I would probably say that the fate of this was on the notoriety of Coscarelli and his big noteworthy franchises, and then
if you were already familiar with the web's comics and everything, so
maybe that plays into his career being stalled to the slightest degree, which I've enjoyed pretty much everything that I've seen him actually write and direct. Even if I didn't like Ravager, hey, he didn't direct Ravager, so there you go. But yeah, everybody, we are still chilling. Super stoked to be with all of you as we forge through. John dies at the end.
Yeah.
Trying to unravel certain essences of mystery, since, this is a movie that I remember bits and chunks of, but not the entirety of the narrative, so... Chase is great in this.
Yeah, it's like, I remember, like, the main... like focal points and everything like that, but yeah, it's definitely been a couple years since I've gone back and watched this.
The goopiness of some of these little creature-y type things that we've seen is it stands out.
Well, even for like what we get in that the final, I would say even like 15-20 minutes.
Where they're in the other world.
Yeah.
And the whole. God, it's full. I shouldn't specify right now, but I know that there is an essence of self-sacrifice and in a different dimension or world or whatever the hell. And, we will get there. Yeah, I thought that stuff was funny.
He didn't just see you in that window?
Get it.
Oh, here comes round two.
Yeah, I was about to say. I like the way that's put right there. The body's a slow mechanism. And now we start to veer into what I remember about this film.
There's one thing, I would not be about this shit if it was real. Like, there's fucking no goddamn way.
Yeah, as much as I like the Sykes man, I draw the line in particular places, like intellectual enlightenment from that sort of getting psychedelicized, if I'm going to quote Mr. Jim Morrison. There is a little bit of a difference when it's overkill and it's so overwrought and forcible. Oh, I forgot about that bit. That you really can't take any positivity out of it if you're just being overblown with everything. If you're overwhelmed, you're just gonna... It's gonna be like if you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. Name of Elvis.
Phil on a drill.
I was waiting for that. I knew it was coming. I was remembering. Remember? I remember. You remember? Remember Star Wars? Remember Tatooine? Remember John dies at the end? Remember Tall Man? Yeah, remember Tall Man. Pookie, let's burn this motherfucker.
Burn this place to the ground, Pookie.
Come on, Pookie. Let's burn this motherfucker. That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
I'm amused by it. Those are some of my favorite kids back in high school. They were the best. Spaghetti, spaghetti. Yeah, loaded. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but just continues growing. So, hey, Michael M., I don't know if you're being serious or joke-tastic or whatever, but for most of the horror show crew, there is just complete home isolation that is transpiring, as we talked about when we were doing our recent July 4th stream. And aside from that, there is stringent testing with those of us who do actually go out and work in public. And so, have you not been in contact with a single other person? I mean, that's the only question that I would ask if there is an essence of seriousness, because there are very small circles that we try to, just reside within. But as far as going out to bars, restaurants, anything like that, theaters are closed here in Arizona. There is no just big sort of social stuff that is going down. And yes, we are being as safe as possible, but, definitely thank you for the concern. Mm. His description felt very Barker after all the stuff that we have read recently and watched and whatnot, but dang. Slow-mo bullet shot, that CGI be gone. Makes me think of my dad when he was making bullets back when he was. I mean, he would do custom, like, 357 Remingtons and stuff, like Hunters and
reloads
stuff like
and
that.
everything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he would make his own bullets, and he had this little stand where we would pull down the handle, and it would like put the primer there, and with
No, reload. Honestly, like reloading bullets is actually pretty. It's pretty relaxing.
Yeah.
And now, dude, they have like the full like 5-stage and everything, so you have like you just load up your lead and everything, so it automatically loads, fills, and everything with just a crank of a hammer. Dude, it's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, the crank of the hammer was all that we assisted with when we were kids, and I mean, yeah, he was doing custom stocks and things of that nature for guys all throughout the Southwest that he knew who were these like trophy hunters. They would go to Africa, they would go down to Mexico, they would go to various places, and my dad was all about that, man.
Hunters.
Yeah, dude, if you go into my father's home, you immediately see javelina, then you see a pronghorn, and you see a Canadian goose, and you see like a couple different turkeys, and you see a deer, and then you go into his bedroom, and there's like a big brown bear rug on the wall. I mean, that's my dad, man.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I definitely want to get me a bear rug and everything like that, but as long as it's not just for sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bear's one of the only ones where, I mean, he was never a trophy hunter. My dad was all about consumption of everything.
Yeah, no, that's how I am.
That he went after. Can you eat bear though?
You can and everything. It's more typical. I know, like they'll eat like black bear.
Yeah,
and then
it was either black bear or brown bear. I forget which one he went after. It wasn't
either or. Honestly, I don't see why you couldn't eat a brown bear and everything like that. They're pretty lean.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's always hated on the specific trophy hunting sort of mentality. Going to Africa and going after like lions. And
like that. That's
elephants.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely some bullshit. I forgot the dog was talking to him
telepathically. And you see, that's one thing about this movie. While I enjoy how it's filmed and some of the performance and stuff like that, I feel like it only scrapes, and we're about halfway through, but it only kind of scratches the surface a little bit of the full mythology of this trio of books. And the zaniness of them.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of forgot about them being books until earlier today. We were talking about everything and whatnot. Yeah. So I would definitely go back and check all these out just to see how much more was expanded upon and things like that.
What a strange thing for Coscarelli to feel the need to direct as what is seemingly, unless he comes out of the woodwork, going to be his final directorial effort, man. It's kind of weird.
It's definitely not the bad final one.
No, not at all. But drastically different than, the Phantasms and the Bubba Hoteps.
Yeah.
And some of the other stuff. He's ready to go. I know you, dude. I know you strapped.
God, I hate the way that guy talks.
Yeah.
You guys listen what I was going to say.
He's like, I want to shoot you more, but I just don't got any more bullets, man. As I was saying, yo.
Ow.
Oh, dying.
just punch him in the dick? What the fuck?
That'll definitely knock a dude out. Get straight to the elbow. Ah, she's back. Once again, everybody, if you're joining or trying to join at some particular point, this does stream free on Tubi, Tubi. There is intermittent ads here and there, but yeah, we are, as of now, at the 1:04, just a little over 1:04, 1 hour and 4 minutes as far as the time count goes. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's like really sweet of you to find my dog, so like thank you. I know you're like hugging me because you found my dog. John is like catatonic over there in the corner. He's like, I thought that was drool from the dog, and then in turn I realized it was just like taped. So yeah. He had like pants on. Don't they just like show
the
people
boxer briefs? No shit.
Mm-hmm. A little.
Sorry, Fred.
A little Pikachu. It's terrible. I still couldn't believe they were able to have that line in that film. It was so inappropriate.
Yeah, I was definitely very pleasantly surprised with
Scare Package was fun, man.
Especially the whole Joe Bob thing and whatnot at the end. Like, that was fucking great.
It's like, you're my hero, man, and so on and so forth.
It's just ripped his hawk through the
ripped
fucking
to
wall. just go now and just leave me alone.
Well, and also when the jock went into like full-on kung fu mode.
Got his arm snapped off real quick.
It was great. Gotta love that blue color correction. You know, just like dial it down, right? Eat your dog.
It makes it look like it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Corn dog or hot dog? What do you prefer? That's a weird random question. Like, just randomly.
I don't know how to answer that.
I'm a state fair kind of guy, so since my yaya and papa had a property right across from the Arizona State Fair, dude.
I'll just say out of convenience.
I was fucking all corn dogs.
Out of convenience, corn dog.
Okay.
Out of convenience.
There you go. Like, I don't want to talk about eating dogs with you, man. It's a little weird. He talks like that naturally, by the way, everybody. As Robert
he's not acting.
As Robert was pointing out.
He's not acting.
Why you gotta give me hell? Because I'm working on the grill, B. Damn. Heifer with cheese? Oh boy. He was a stagehand for Twisted for a number of years.
Oh my god.
And then he worked up to Dark Lotus, but unfortunately they decided to cancel the tour, and yes. We got a bit role in this movie.
Oh shit.
Again? He can't still be dead. He was shot up already.
But it didn't burn him.
Yeah,
You always gotta purify.
And it does look like what Metro Center is going to be in 5 years because they just closed it. That's what we're.
Dude, give it 5 months.
That's where right.
Give it 5 months.
Hey, I would love to film a horror movie. I'm sure since Crypttown has seen a resurgence, as Cecil knows, Metro Center would probably be pretty funny to film a horror movie in. You're like, this is where the ghosts of Hot Topic still reside.
Oh, shit.
And just below, we have the Spencer's Gifts.
The horror of Hollister.
And at a time when CDs were still purchased, the Sam Goody was here.
Right. The Dark Tower Records.
After my own heart. How did you guys predict this beforehand? Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Rob, remind me, man, did you go through all those books or not yet?
I have not fully yet.
Okay.
I am still, I need to start on Wolves of Kala.
Okay. So you got at least to my favorite part of the series.
For Wastelands and everything,
exactly.
yeah.
Wastelands
I love
and Wizard
Wastelands.
Class, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolves has a lot of great shit in it, but it's definitely the transitionary one for me where, I mean, you and I have talked about this. He started the stretch run and he did 3 books in a row as opposed to spacing them.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings, as you might have seen from some of the Hellcut type people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Damn, sucker!
He ain't got no eyes.
Major pain! I can't feel my eyes! It's because you ain't got none!
I'm gonna tell you the story about the little engine that could. Toot!
The fact that you catch the reference, I love it.
I love Major Pain, man.
Dude. Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
So funny.
That honestly is probably like his best movie out of the 90s. Like Blank Man was great,
Yeah.
but Major Pain though, that was phenomenal.
I was confusing him and David Alan Grier for a second because I knew that they did a couple of those superhero-y kind of things.
Talking about Meteor Man?
Meteor Man might be that was the David Alan Grier, right?
I believe so, yeah. It
because
was like that
Blank Man
green meteor
Blank,
came out.
Blank Man was David Wayans, excuse me, Damon.
Damon Wayans, yeah.
Yeah, the whole Wayans family, man. I mean, I was a huge-ass fan of Living Color and then Wayans Brothers and everything.
Oh my God,
I just
Living
showed
Colour,
Catherine,
man.
dude, I just showed Catherine Don't Be a Menace the other day.
Oh, did you?
She'd never seen it before.
Sure, with the bunny slippers with a 9,
Yeah.
or the hot tops with a Mac. Oh, I wear these in.
It's like
Cigarette butt,
He's like-
ashtray.
sex? Hell
Yeah, hell yeah. He's basically got like fucking the A-bomb in the back of his mail truck.
Do we have a problem?
Oh!
Damn! Talking about having a problem, man. Yeah, as the possession becomes a little bit more apparent and the blood ups its ante in this third act, that's where you're really starting to feel the Coscarelli more so than anything. It's like, hey, I don't have Reggie Bannister, so I'm gonna have this dude with a single shotgun blast and shizzle up. So we have from Roland of Gilead, X-19X, definitely my favorite book series. Roland, I never would have guessed that the
Yeah, right.
favorite book series. I was actually thinking Odd Thomas. So
Oh, Coots fan, huh? Alright. Man after my own heart.
yeah, because unlike the stuff with like King and Barker, Buddies and Straub, and various other contemporaries, him and Coots are not cool. And
No.
have never been cool.
No.
Not
even like
friendly.
a partial like professional courtesy thing. No, they've always
never
just,
friendly
nope.
with each other at all. And he's buddies with Grisham. He's buddies with actually he was buddies with Rowling until recently, as everybody knows. Yeah, him and J.K. J.K. Rowling decided to put some thoughts out there. And,
I vaguely heard something less shit about that and everything. I didn't look too deep into it.
yeah. Yeah.
3D glasses. Oh,
Ghost now. Is that
Wait.
like when a ghost tries to like put its ding in somebody? Is that a ghost now?
Jesus, Fuego.
Hey, we saw a dick knob earlier in the movie, so how could that not be
I know.
Yeah, this feels very like Lock and Key or some sort of, I mean, even Potter-esque to a degree as far as the fantastical aspect of, you know, just putting your hand through some otherworldly realm to be able to open this gateway.
No, doggy.
That makes me want a dirt. I've been thinking about getting a dog for a while.
Do it.
It's just big dog, small dog. Parents had big dogs. Me and last time I had a dog many years ago with a previous girlfriend, small dog. So I don't know. Therein lies
If
the
you're gonna get a
dichotomy.
small
I
dog,
ain't doing cats, man. I
get a
ain't doing them
corgi,
cats.
alright? They're the only cool small dogs to
Stephen
own.
King.
I'm just saying corgis, man.
That's what me and Catherine were talking
I
about.
fucking love corgis, man. All the small dogs. Corgi is the only one I willingly own.
It's weird because they're small dogs, but with the long hair still.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back to Doug Jones. Now I'm trying to remember when we did this talk with Doug Jones, if we just did photos with him or if we actually had a full-on interview, because I know we were trying to get one in Texas about a year and a half
I
ago.
thought you guys got like a little interview with him.
I know we had like a photo,
Or was it
like
just
a little
a
photo bit. I
Okay.
don't think we filmed an interview with him. I think his handler was just not having it.
Or did he do a?
Because I talked to
like a horror show introduction kind of
last
thing.
year in Texas at Frightmare, he talked to Miko Hughes. I talked to Adrian Barbeau, but I don't think we actually interviewed Doug Jones, unfortunately. And now we finally get more of Clancy.
Because he was
looking like something out of the
he was here
freaking
last year
Matrix,
at
man.
Mad Monster, wasn't he?
I think he
Yeah,
was.
because I think Susie got a picture with him last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have the Matrix look going on with those sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say. Experimental Cold War weapon. Okay, so we still have, we are at just a little over...
Hour and 16 minutes in.
Yep, we are just a few seconds from 1:16. Everybody, if you are still watching and trying to catch up, make sure you're properly synced up. We have not stopped this broadcast over the course of the time, so yes, if you're this late in the game, thanks for joining. We appreciate it. Green screen like a mofo going on right here. Incredibly evident. Decent looking backgrounds, though, I have to say. I mean, it's just at this time, what, 2012?
It makes them
they
sharp.
pop. They pop and they stick out in comparison.
They're just too sharp. Yeah, that's what I was pointing at.
So funny. Yeah, my lady Catherine getting in on the description. Not paying attention to the movie, mind you, but she wants a dog. So.
It's like you guys are getting a corgi.
Well, it's funny because even before you mentioned it just now, I was the one who was saying, I want a king corgi, and Catherine is like, what is a king corgi? I'm like, do you not follow Stephen King
That's all you need to know.
on Twitter? Because Stephen King doesn't do any other social media aside from Twitter.
Okay.
He even deactivated his Facebook official account, which was even run by not just him, but his people. And he was like, fuck Facebook, I want nothing to do with them. This is, that's right, Rob, this is where it gets weird right here.
I did kind of forget about this part.
Same, dude. I'm actually going to put the other headphone in so I can remember what this clown is saying. Yeah, this is the... And the fact that wearing the masks of said dude... So this is the whole sacrificial lamb subplot we get at the end of the film, which is just very strange. Of course they were.
The freaking hot dog.
Dave and John's got this stupid, like, BC Rich looking guitar body that
Oh my god.
Hey, they always looked cool, but all my buddies who shredded were like, yeah, the tone's pretty bad on those BC Riches, man. It was mostly new metal friends of mine, but late 90s, early 2000s, when that was more of a popular sort of approach. Huh. Fake boobs and then real boobs, left to right. Interesting. Mm.
Okay.
That's some very ambitious crossbreeding going on right there. Bestiology. I'm like, hey, it's better than what the Nazis are trying to do with, human women. So, yeah. German shepherds. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm. Fantastic. Ah. Even the men with their fake little beak-looking noses that they have. Re-education. Oh, delightful. So it is like Holocaust type shit.
Well, yeah, because they were feeding him to that creature thing. Yeah.
And that's where I must say this movie has a lot of cool ideas, but it kind of feels like a jumbled mess at times as far as everything actually coalescing and feeling like a strong, just progressing narrative. But it has a lot of cool ideas.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell like they had to cut up and condense a lot of shit. Yeah. This was the coolest
Here's the
part.
animated scene you and I were talking about. Probably cheaper to do it this way.
Oh, I guarantee. Yeah, and I guarantee that's why they did it and everything, because they were able to show more of what happened without really, like,
and it looks pretty cool.
Dipping too much into like more of a budget and everything. And then you just cut back to all the aftermath.
And you had said that this was less than $1 million for this, right? Budget wise, it was around $1 million, and then the box office was really disappointing. It was only like 100, less than 150,
something like that. I think it was. Yeah.
Damn, I mean, earlier we had like 10, 12 people, and now we have 20 people watching. So
oh shit.
Yeah, this is Robert and myself about to finish John Dies at the End, the Don Coscarelli movie that
does
sadly...
he really die, though, at the end?
Well, if there's 2 sequels, maybe not, but, there are other lives than these, as I all too often say, other worlds and such. Other opinions in these, too. If you guys love this movie and you don't think it's jumping all over the place and it's a little bit more centered and focused than I personally think it is...
I feel like though, with the whole jump around thing, I think they were basically taking the main focal points from the original web series, comics or whatever. So I can definitely see where that was coming about on just the total mix up, mash up, and just basically skipping forward on a lot of shit. Because you can definitely tell there's definitely some more explanation that could have been.
Yeah, it does make me want to jump up and get down though on some of the. Some of that, I don't know if it's a motion comic or if it was just panel by panel, because as far as motion comics, Stephen King's End, which is the one Cecil and I were discussing earlier this evening when we started filming, that began as an iTunes motion comic where they had this beautiful painted, imagery, but then characters would move and the camera would kind of slink around a little bit, and there were words that would intermittently pop up as the lines were being delivered, and so that sort of thing is really appealing to me, and since I like the world building that they've done here, I'm definitely down to check out a little bit more, and I might even scour a second or a third book. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
I'm down, man. So now we can get over and destroy yours as well. It's fantastic. Yeah, Koron, that's right. This omniscient, like, Lovecraftian friggin' thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. Bacon.
Rude.
And that's where there is a silliness about this movie, everybody, too, if you're joining in the end of Days. End of Days, also, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Great movie.
I keep feeling like he's calling him Turok.
Mm.
Like, not Korok.
Yeah, and you're like, are you a dinosaur hunter?
Yeah. God, I miss those games.
Yeah. And 64 for the first one, right, man?
Yeah.
I mean, I've grown sick of first-person shooters over the years, but many of the early ones that I played, I swear, whether it was the Doom shareware, whether it was Quake, whether it was...
Time Splitters?
Time Splitters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Rise of the Triad was another one. I mean,
Never
even
played
back
that
to...
one.
Dude, even back to Wolfenstein.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
man. Ooh, come on, Chase. You have to survive. John's supposed to die at the end. No,
I want
God.
that welding mask.
I was about to say, I feel like I've seen that in a few other properties, too.
That's highly plausible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very much like the Eye of Sauron sort of shit, which is deliberately done in that regard.
The all-knowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Sauron meets the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Thing.
I tell you one thing though, I hadn't seen anyone use a paintball gun as a flamethrower though before until this.
Mm.
No puppers.
They're like, now kill all the people, just let the dog live, for God's sake.
God damn it, pupper.
This is so funny right here. The dog sacrificing itself.
Oh, puppers.
I know.
God damn it. I don't care if you're the hero or not.
You're like, it's admirable, but it's still sad as all hell.
Exactly.
Why couldn't it have just been John?
Exactly.
Or Matt Damon.
But then Scotty would definitely know.
Yeah, I know. And I mean,
Last Action Hero is a great movie.
Last Action Hero is not only a great movie, but a great soundtrack.
Yes.
Alice in Chains, What the Hell Have I? A Little Bitter, which is a B-side from that record. You've got some Buckethead on there doing that.
He was on there.
Yeah, he does that end scene where they're on the rooftop with the Ripper, Jack the Ripper kind of guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tom, dude. Then you've got 99 Ways to Die, Megadeth on that soundtrack. What a soundtrack!
I think the guy who played Ripper also played Swan in Lord of Illusions.
He did.
Okay.
That guy has been in so much shit. He was in Deep Rising, too. He was the comic relief guy in Deep Rising, where early in the film, all the drool comes down on him, and you totally think he's going to die. And then he ends up with Funka Johnson on the shore with her at the very end.
I don't think I saw Deep Rising.
Deep Rising's great.
I don't think I saw that.
Well, okay. It's not great, but it's one of those creature movies from the late 90s that me and Cecil love the hell out of. Funka Johnson, Treat Williams. It's... yeah, I distinctively remember seeing it in theaters and how much I liked it. Yeah, 3.7, that's around where I was at, bro. Yeah. I was like, work pretty hard, but not as hard as some of the kids who were... It's that weird little sweet spot where you know you're not going to get a full ride, and... Yeah.
Yes, and Roland RoboCop 2 as well. Not RoboCop 3. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, 3 was where they went PG-13 with it, and that was
oh my
just
god,
like,
3
man.
was
Although I think
terrible.
they still had Peter Weller,
Yep.
despite that. And then they did the RoboCop TV series, and
And then atrocious fucking remake.
Which, when I saw Michael Keaton and Samuel L. Jackson involved, I was like, maybe this could be okay.
Yeah, until they started.
But then when I saw the rating,
when
I saw the rating, it was like that was the same time as I'm sure you remember where they did Total Recall PG-13 remake and the RoboCop PG-13 remake, and I liked all the people involved in both of those movies. But I don't
like Colin Farrell. I think that's what ruined it a lot for me. I don't like Colin Farrell. Really.
Phone Booth? Yeah. In Bruges, the one with him and Gleason.
I never watched
Hitman.
I've never watched In Bruges. No.
Yeah. Okay. You just can't redo Paul Verhoeven PG-13. Yeah. He was so R-rated, whether violence, sex, language. I mean, goddamn, man. Dang. That's intense.
Yeah, the realization is like, wait a minute.
And yet Giamatti brings so much more respect to this film, despite some of the goofy acting and storytelling here and there. Even though he was probably only one day on the set.
Oh yeah, guaranteed this is all his 1 day of filming.
Yeah, they're like, dude, we're gonna give you $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever the hell, because a lot of these even prominent actors, if it's just 1 day on set, and this is something Steve Wargo, our guy at SWAT HD told us when he was trying to get like Danny Trejo on set for 1 day for a short that he was doing. He was like, hey, a lot of these prominent guys give them $5,000-$10,000 for 1 day, and they'll do it, man. They will study the lines if they only have a few scenes, and they will kill it. And bing, bang, boom, you frontline them in your advertising campaign, and it happens in how many? I mean, God, even the one that you and I watched the other night, Hellworld.
Oh yeah.
How much was Lance really in the film? He's in the film for a few scenes. You know? He was not a main character, but he did have more screen time than I thought he was going to with grave digging and everything.
True. Yeah.
So. But it's a good ploy for smaller filmmakers to get just validation and make people more interested to check their shit out. I like his character though, man.
Yeah, and this part's definitely kind of sad, that realization.
Indeed. That's why I put the other headphone in, to give it proper. That's where he sees himself, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Spoilers. Doesn't seem very sorry, but
yeah, right.
He's like half smirking while he's saying, "I'm really sorry about that." I think more so from the absurdity of him being in denial about the fact that he's dead. I personally opt for the low sodium organic cumin for my soy sauce, so head up to Jers, bro.
I got tickets.
As we just mentioned, yeah. Well, there's your sign. Bummer, bro. Oh, boy. I was going to say, Homeboy's really short compared to the other guy.
Yeah, right?
I just noticed that. Like, No, I don't know if either of them are basketball size. Oh, all right, are we suddenly watching...
Gantz. Looks like the black orb from Gantz.
I was thinking Phantasm, man.
Oh, yeah,
Big
yeah.
Black Orb, yeah. I thought John was supposed to die at the end. Oh, wait.
Oh, Giamatti was a executive producer on this.
Oh, wait.
Cecil took a little nappy.
All better here than on camera, because he's done that before, too. I mean, I'm not one to talk shit. Cause
I've seen you fall asleep on here, too.
Dozy, fakey on camera, whatever.
Oh, yeah. It happens.
Yeah. We're in this, like, other world, bro. Oh, boy. Yeah, they did, if I remember correctly, man, leave this pretty open for doing more in the series, because at least the second film, or excuse me, at least the second book had come out by the time this movie was being made.
Okay.
Which they probably tried to, like, coordinate that with. Nah. I did like the design of the weird, like, physical creatures that they had in this. I thought that was kind of goopy and gross. I forgot all about this.
Spacemen.
The interdimensional travelers.
We'll be back
Yeah, they
this way.
did leave this like so much.
But with how well it didn't do in the theaters, I can definitely see why nothing was picked up.
Well, especially if they made this for less than $1 million. I gotta say, for a movie they made for less than $1 million, I mean, the CGI, so on and so forth, but I don't know, man. Set choice and like those weird practical bugs and shit they were stomping on it.
It was definitely a solid movie for the budget that they had to work with.
It looked more like a $3 to $5 million than a less than $1 million sort of movie. So maybe someone who's interconnected, like Coscarelli, is able to just, I don't know, get people to work for base rates and stuff like that, and help him out, because of his reputation. Flippin' John.
Dude's still talking.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know. John is gonna die.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say we are.
That is.
Gary Oldman. He was okay in the RoboCop remake. Yeah, I forgot Gary Oldman was in the RoboCop.
Oh, was
remake.
he? Yeah. See, I never bothered to even attempt to watch the
Dude,
remake.
I didn't either.
It looked atrocious from the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't like the design of the suit. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Yeah, since this has been previously reviewed on the channel by Cecil and myself, we're just going to have it at that. It was a pleasure for those who stopped in for a little bit and, gave some thoughts and whatnot, and those who stuck it out and didn't say much, because we did still maintain around a dozen people throughout the entirety of this.
Yeah, we're sitting at 19 still right now.
Yeah, badassness, man.
Hell yeah, you
19,
guys.
the beloved number of mine and Cy King. So, I mean, thoughts? When was the last time you watched this?
It's probably been at least a good 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I was about to say,
honestly,
same for me, man.
It's just as good and funny as what I remember it and everything like that. It's not like how it was for Phantoms.
Yeah.
Damn sure.
Yeah, this is still worthy of some chuckles, and I enjoy the predominance of the cast. I still feel like a lot of the storytelling is glossed over. It's maybe for some slightly incoherent and disjagged, but I love Coscarelli, and I love his directorial just kind of touch, which this definitely maintains, and it's good, but it's not great. I still enjoy it, and this is really going to make me go and seek out the rest of the material that this is based on, including those 3 books.
Most definitely.
Yeah, maybe we'll review them here on the channel if myself, Robert, and Cecil can find some time because we have so much content stretching through the next few months as we work through the upcoming Dylan's New Nightmare. Cecil has big plans that he mentioned on Father's Day. So yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on both here on the channel and personally amongst everybody, but we are super appreciative that you joined us today. So
Thank you again, guys. And yes, I think that'll be pretty much about where we wrap that up.
yeah, damn reason. I'm Jaime Fuego.
I'm Robert Dole.
And remember, until next time,
Stay scared.